Well, welcome, beautiful people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is your girl, Atara Lady Tattoo. I am doing something different to bring us Sound the Alarm outreach at STAO Radio on this day. And today's topic, we're going to really touch on who am I? Who am I? I remember going on and asking and welcoming everyone to join Atara Esther's, journey on her podcast. And you know what? I have to say that to get you all to follow, to join, to share, to like, and to be true advocates of what I'm doing on this podcast is to tell you about who I am. So welcome to Atara, your host, Lady Tattoo for those who know me, that have been on the radio, internet radio for quite some time. And I'm coming back harder, I'm coming back wiser, I'm coming back stronger with more of a message that my journey has been taken to another level. So as I peel off some of the things that you don't know, sit back, get a piece of paper, get a pen. There may be some things that you want to jot down that you didn't think about. But the reason I come on the air today is to welcome you and ask you to join me. But first, you have to know who I am. I've known that people who follow you, they may have done research. But for those of you who have not done research, let me be able to share exactly how I started and why I am on this journey to raise awareness on domestic violence, sexual violence, mental illness are my strong expertise because those are my lived experiences. I'm a survivor of a horrific crime that was committed towards me in 2002. I was blindfolded, shot and left for dead, thrown in a trunk. And the amazement of today is that you get a chance to listen in and hear the voice of a survivor. And due to this crime, it was a high-profile crime actually committed towards me. I actually went through a whole lot of transformational things to make a decision that either I'm going to lay there in a pool of blood in this trunk, or I'm going to try to find a way of getting out. Because lo and behold, that the individual who actually committed this crime did not think that I was still alive. And I'm really hoping that what I'm sharing in these few minutes of time, that you all will be able to understand why I'm so passionate and why I come forth to go ahead and as to why are you telling your business? Why are you letting everyone know what has happened to you? I think that it's necessary for me because it's therapeutic, one. Two, I have to get my power back. My voice has always been very powerful for me. And I have to address that growing up in a home of domestic violence for so long, and to actually reach adult age and still fight those same demons, and to come in contact with the actual ultimate death. I have to tell it. I have to share how good God is to me, for me, about me. See, it becomes a very personal journey when you're sharing what God has done for you to allow you to live and to share and to advocate and to raise awareness on something that is happening each and every second of the day. So I'm not going to stop talking about domestic violence, raising awareness, trying to find emergency shelter for women and children and adults and teens and whomever is needing to get out of that situation. Now, mind you, my situation that I survived, the ultimate death, did not come with repeated abuse of physical violence. This particular situation was unbeknownst. There was no signs to me that I was in any type of danger. No, at the time, the father and I were sharing custody of our baby. He would take her on the weekend, but there's more to the story that leads up to this. So if you ever get a chance to want to do some research on my story that has been videoed, reenacted, it has been shared on Impact TV, on HEC TV for Impact. You can find it on my website by Googling my name, Atara Estes, at wixsite.com. Atara Estes is spelled Ataraestes. If you type my name in, you will find each and everything that attaches itself to me. I want you to go and subscribe on this YouTube or anywhere that you're able to listen to this message, and click like, click follow, click subscribe, like it, and share it. There's so many different components that I can talk about in my survival story that what I'm just going to share at this point in time, and I'll come back and share more, because with me being on Blog Talk Radio and many other podcasts that I have created, you might not have listened to my stories from 2015, 2014. So let me share it today in 2018 before we hit 2019. Because the journey that I want to really raise right about now is a movement of awareness. We have the Me Too movement for our sexual violence that has been happening for history of time. I understand. I know. I'm a survivor of that. And now we still have victims of domestic violence. And I consider that sound the alarm. Anything that takes you off your alignment, sound the alarm. Teaching you how to sound the alarm and not fall under mental anguish, having triggers that we never get over. I don't know about you all, but as many years has gone by, you don't just get over it. What I definitely do is teach people, lead people, show them of how to move forward so it don't make you stuck and hinder you. I don't want to live my life being mentally in prison, emotionally in prison. Once my physical aspects of my body healed, the other parts did not. It was more of a delayed, hindered reaction. And I've always known that. So you will get brokenness from a person who has been through so many horrible things. But there is a way out. I fight each and every day to make sure that my past do not hinder anything of my future. And I hope this music isn't louder than what I'm saying. So I'm going to turn it down so it can balance, because I'm not able to hear. if the music is overpowering at this point in time, because I'm freestyling on sharing something that really awakened me in such a way that I just don't want to miss an opportunity to let others know that you're not alone and we can heal together. I am an advocate, been an advocate since surviving. But one component that I found to be my healing was to speak out and to write about it. Others may go about it a different way. Whatever works for you. Maybe you like to draw, maybe you like to rap, maybe you like to sing. Whatever your outlet can be to help you move forward, find it and do it. You, right about now, is responsible for you. Don't give that responsibility to anyone else. Not your children, not your significant other, not anybody else. Put that responsibility on your health, on your well-being, on you. That's your temple. You must protect it at all times. You are responsible for your happiness. And as much fear, as many setbacks you may have in between that journey of trying to move forward, you still get up and try again. I don't care how many delays it takes you. Get back up and try again. I love what I do as an advocate. I am able to now go on. I'm a community health worker. This is my second year working in an amazing team of people who are frontline and be unflinching to the message to help the underserved medical attention that people actually need to get their physical health, to get their mental health, to get treatment, to get every component that we as human beings deserve to have, and that is health care. And health is for all. I've been a court advocate for a number of years. So I am strong in social justice advocacy as well. I help clients in the courts who don't naturally have the monies to pay for an attorney, and to allow myself to advocate and assist them through the courts to make sure that their rights are not violated. I support and help any victim that come across my path with resources for shelter, for food, for advocacy once again, for anything, just being there to listen. Maybe they're not ready to leave as of yet. Maybe they have to get their mind set and ready to go. But are you there to listen if you can't do nothing else? I'm setting up some things in this upcoming year that would be a force to be reckoned to support our community who are survivors, who are needing immediate shelters. Because of our resources of our government kind of been restricting, I am going to be calling on each and every one of you all who are not in a crisis situation to be able to contribute and donate to the cause of helping someone who needs immediate shelter, which means when the shelters are full, we will be able to support them by getting them a hotel, to get them out to be safe. So be on the lookout. It will be posted on YouTube. It will be posted on my websites. It will be posted on any and all social media that Atara Estes is connected to for STAO Radio. Sound the Alarm will be known on an international level. We say it all the time, sound the alarm, sound the alarm, sound the alarm. Yeah, it becomes a hashtag for me, sound the alarm. Let's sound the alarm on the injustice things that are happening in our community. Racial profiling. Let's sound the alarm on mental illness. Our community, who in the black community specifically, I want to say, do not go and get therapy. Do not go and get medication to help them with their mental state. I have suffered from depression, post-traumatic stress disorder, and it doesn't go away. Trust me. It may soften and become, less dominant, but let you hit a crossroad of death, sickness afflicting your body, your child going through. Oh, trust and believe. That depression that you thought that you had gotten over, or those triggers of that post-traumatic stress you thought that you got over, will heighten really quick. So that's why you need to protect you. We will be on a journey of self-care in 2019. I didn't survive going on 17 years to get this far and not be able to share how we can move forward together, be in a holistic way of being healthy. And for those who are not there, we can encourage them and motivate them and assist them and letting them know that they can too. We're going to put ourselves to the challenge in 2019. We're going to move forward as community, health-driven individuals collectively, and we're going to do this thing as the new revolution to our health. We need this. We should want this, and we can have this. It's all up to you. The holidays are here. More people are going through depression than ever before. Loved ones who are not here because they've passed on from one thing or another. It's hard around this time when so many people do come together and they're gathered and having fun, and you're sitting and you're sad and you're having the blues, the holiday blues, or just the blues period. It don't even have to be the holidays. Suicide is real. But guess what? Your life is real as well. And I wouldn't take anything for granted right about now. Not my health. Not the strength that I hold. The strength, the strong will that it allows me to get back up. And to do this again each and every time I open my eyes. I am grateful. You must find something to be grateful for in order to value the life that you have. Hear me. Find something to be grateful on you, not on someone else. People can come and applaud you, give you all the accolades in the world, and next day they can talk about you, spit on you, step on you, and you get moved in a different way. Don't give people that type of power. You control your atmosphere. Your circle belongs to you. So what you allow to stay will become what you entertain in your everyday being. It's all up to you. It really is. I can't address that enough. I want us to be healthier in our everyday lives. And you can do that. Meditation is one way of doing it. Exercise is another way of doing it. Go walking if you don't do the exercise. Be intentional about what you're doing. Pray for those who can pray, for those who believe in prayer. And I'm one of them. There's no denial. This podcast is not to allow or to recruit anyone in my belief, because nobody can change my mind on what I believe and how I believe. But what I want to do is to challenge and have the faith to get back up and live again. That's my goal, is to continue to walk this walk that I'm talking, and to live again and to love again. A lot of past things from our childhood still spills over in our adult lives. And no one recognizes that you need to do what? Put a stop to it. How do you stop that healing? How do you stop that pain from keeping you from healing? Is what I'm asking. And that's moving forward. You see it. You've been through it. You're walking it. But if it's too hard to face, keep moving forward. Wait until you're able to face it to where it doesn't continue to sting you so hard to make you go back into that pit again. I've suppressed things for so many years that I forgot about them. Does that mean that I don't want to deal with it? Probably not, but I think it was a way for me to cope. It was allowing me to cope and heal until I was strong enough to, when it comes back up, that I'm like, okay, what is this? To be initially broken, rejected by your father is one that shows a pattern of behavior that you end up perpetually repeating over and over again with someone else. Our children must be protected on a whole nother level, as much as we can as parents. Because when they get older, they mimic, they act out in things that we thought that would not affect them, would not bother them. Well, that's what the doctors have said. I have a daughter who has battled with mental illness later in life because the doctor said she would have outgrown the trauma that she witnessed the night in question of me being shot and left for dead. Emotionally, she was scarred along with what she saw. And it has been a roller coaster for me as a mother to deal and see her daughter suffer through what she has felt like, is it my fault? Do he not want me? Why would he try to kill my mom? I don't have all the answers for someone else's actions. What I do have an answer to is that I know they did it, and I'm hoping and praying that they will never do that again to anyone. To change someone's life and now have to live with what has happened. Your life will never be the same once it has happened. So what do? You expecting someone to apologize and to be that sincere to where you like, that's all I really wanted was an apology? Well, let me tell you something. I waited for an apology. I got the apology. And I still was depressed by the whole thing. I was still hurt by the whole thing. I was still pissed, angry. I was every emotion that is supposed to be there, even after the apology. But I said that I forgave them. And guess what? After a while, I did. Right then, I said it because I needed to. But to go through it, it was still hurting. The pain is real. No one can erase that. I am in a different lane of work now that is on another level that allows me to reach the mass of people like you all. But I chose to get on podcasts to really express my journey and the different topics that I will be touching on that will allow us to move forward, to be educated, to be inspired, to be empowered, and to execute certain things that we have a right to do in order to heal, in order to win. Because there are some things that we can do in legislation to change up some of these laws that are taking place, dealing with policy changes. So as I've studied and continue to do my studies on the legal aspect, I choose to share that with you all so you can have a heads up if you're not aware, or maybe you can share something with me that I'm not aware of. You know, this is about sharing on this journey. It's about healing on this journey. It is not about bashing and remaining judgmental or one side thinking. I understand that everyone may not agree or feel like those who've survived such a horrible thing may have asked for it. I don't understand how people would think that way, but we have people that think that way. So you can't be surprised. You can't get offended by everybody's response that is not receptive and having sympathy and empathy just because you have gone through. So keep that in mind as you're sharing and being a champion as you are and getting the message out that with what you've gone through and that transparency that you've lived is one that you stand on. I don't want you to go off of this podcast thinking that I'm telling you just my way is the right way. What I'm saying is, here we go. You're here, so here we go. I'm here, so here we go. I'm sounding the alarm on domestic violence. I'm sounding the alarm to reentry reform. I don't like how things are happening in the jails and the prison system. That is a different topic at a different time because I'm going to touch on things that I know personally of my own personal experience, that the field that I work in today, there are a lot of injustice things that are happening on the systems level that is keeping our community locked down, oppressed, depressed, and know whether they're going to try to let go of that because it's a strategy. I realize that the things that I've gone through in this lifetime, oh my God, in this lifetime alone, has made me be a stronger individual in spite of the pain, hurt, and disappointment, has made me stronger. But everyone don't come out to be stronger in what that adversity has brought their way. So, everybody is not me, and I am not them. I am Atara Estes. Born and raised in Chicago, Illinois. Grew up in the streets of Chicago and New York City. Homeless. Family members, gang violence, drug dealers. Grew up not only just because of the homelessness, grew up in the court system, foster care in New York City. Parents, domestic violence, separated, single family home. The substance abuse, the mental illness, sexual violence, incest that happens in the family. Wow. What a journey, right? family members in prison. And how do one continue to go around and say, we have nothing for you? Especially when you need help in a crisis. We have nothing for you. You leave that survivor to go back and remain a victim. And that's not what I want to do. When I was in situations, God had set up angels, human angels, to be a way out for me and for my family when we were going through. I want to be a servant to as many people as I can. That angel to help the people who are hurting, who are needing an escape, who's needing hope. To no other reason that I want to be on this podcast. Let's be clear. To be as transparent as I can be is to empower myself and those who listen. Those who have an ear, let them hear. If I have enlightened you in any kind of way, subscribe to YouTube, follow, become a friend, become a part of the family with me. Share it with others. Become advocates of what this is going to take off to be. It's going to be structured. But right about now, I have to share how I feel. And how I feel is going to be very beneficial for where I'm headed. I don't want to hide who I am. I'm a survivor. I'm a champion as a community health worker. What I choose to do with what I've gone through is to thrive, not to remain oppressed. I want to one day be a part of Congress, sitting in a seat of Congress, some type of state representative perhaps, but I want to be in the seat of policy changes. I want to be in the seat that I am being so activated, so motivated to doing the unthinkable to help not just my block, but all blocks that I cross and that you cross. We can do it. I don't want to be ashamed of that I have depression. I don't want to be ashamed that I survived domestic violence. I don't want to be ashamed that the post-traumatic stress disorder can come at any given time and try to stop me from moving forward and challenge me on my thinking of it's going to happen again. Every time you get close to an opportunity of moving forward, of being able to live, thrive, and love, you have that flashback to come and stop you and keep you from moving forward. I don't want to hide how it makes me feel when I know I'm not the only one who is listening in, who may understand this. Suicide is real. Not that I'm having those thoughts, but I have had thoughts of that when I was on medication and things. I mean, before I got on medication, then when I got on medication, it's a whirlwind of things, people. This is not a life that you just don't cultivate. You have to take care of your temple. You cannot leave your temple not taken care of. So as I'm sharing out different topics to sound the alarm on, we will be taking care of ourselves. This will not be just for external use, but this is internal use. So are you ready? Are you really ready for a change of your life? I have a 2190 rule. It takes 21 days to challenge yourself to break a bad habit and 90 days to walk in that healthy lifestyle. Once you have taken the liberty to challenge the 21 days to go over the negative thoughts, speaking positive in your life, I mean, it is work that you're going to have to do, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't think that I'm on here just to be talking. You got to take on this challenge, and we're going to do it together. And the 90 days that you see that you feel better, you walk better, you are better, those are the things that I'm coaching us through. Okay? One that I've done, one that I'm continuing to be on. Once you start that habit that you once had, it's not a habit anymore. It's something that you defaulted back to if you go back to it. I'm not speaking of mental health. Mental health is a different and touchy subject. But there are other things that we can choose to change and to do. And I'm going to teach you ways on how to balance your mental health. And exercise will be a part of that. Eating a healthy diet is another. And maybe you might need some supplements. But we're going to touch on all aspects. Like I say, internal and external. And when we do, baby, watch out. We are going to be a force to be reckoned on this journey of Sound the Alarm Outreach on STAO radio show. I am so excited for the things that are about to take place, that have already taken place and going to take place and move us on. I like that we are able to be public health advocates together. I live in the public life now. Might not seem like it because, hey, you don't know me. I'm telling you about it. I do live in the public life. I've been in the public life ever since that situation happened. Like I said, if you click and search, Google, whatever, however way you got to find me, you will find my story. I've been a survivor, and that's what people have called it. But I'm more of a champion. I put on my boxing glove each and every day to fight against the demons that try to hinder and stop my actual destiny. I can't do it and I won't do it. I will go out kicking and screaming, I'm telling you. Embrace your freedom. Embrace it. I just want to help you all be as authentic, true to yourself without any fear of negative repercussions. Yeah, we know it's going to be there, but I want you to be true to you. Be true to yourself. I have more to share, but I needed to get this told, shared, and uplifting. I hope I've done that for you. I hope you continue to tune in when I am on the air. I hope you get a chance to share it with others. We are here. Atara Estes isn't going anywhere. Sound the Alarm Outreach isn't going anywhere. STAO Radio, that's what we're here for. To bring you the news. To bring you the best topics that we all are going through. Let's talk. If you want me to talk about anything in particular outside of what I'm going to be addressing, my birthday is coming up in January. I'm going to be focused on self-care in January. We're going to do January self-care. The next month, we're going to talk about loving others. But first, we got to love ourselves. So self-care, we're starting out And we may extend it to February. And any other topics that you all would like to really get out there, email me at ataracebookings@gmail.com. Look at the caption. It will give you the correct spelling of my name. I'll put my email in the description box so you can email me any questions that you may have, any topics you would like for us to discuss. The interviews are going to be picking up in 2019, but it's going to be surrounded by the works that I'm doing. So just know I'm going to share a lot of things with you on this journey. So I hope this message reach someone who actually do need it. That's my prayer. And I really hope that it enlighten you. That's my prayer. So, as I've always said, when I get ready to leave the air, it's only temporary because I'll be back. Try to make this every week show, starting once a week. Once a week to get you all to know when to see on the description box when I will be on the air is going to put me on a more consistent basis that when I begin to go live, you will want to be tuning in. So I'm working out the details on dates and times. Working around this busy schedule, but I will get it done. But as long as I'm able to pre-record, it's all right with me too. So I hope this has been good for you as it has been therapeutic for me. Be good to yourself and to one another. Peace.